Louisiana Tech is prepared to storm the field. It's time for another college football 26 rebuild. These Bulldogs are ready to take over the college football world. Right back into it here in part 2. We got 6 4-star players on our board that we'll be lucky if we sign. Out of those initial 6 targets, the only one we're going to continue to pursue is Randy Boyce from Baton Rouge. And this season we got lucky because there was more 4-star players that didn't receive an offer than any other year before. In the last season we played, we lost our first game. This year we're going against a ranked team in week 1, so we're going to play this one. And the next game after that we play is going to be the one we schedule this player's visit. I brought our elite freshman receiver up to the number 2 spot in our depth chart. The last thing I did was open up the tactician tree, and we're starting with this offensive line. Once again, we're the underdogs, but this time we're not playing at our own field. Baylor football to start the game. They didn't get anywhere on first and second down. Third, they're sending it upfield. What a catch. After the big catch, we shut them down. Got no push on first down, lost 2 yards. Wrong button. Oh man, I was trying to hit my guy underneath. Baylor's picked up 3 first downs after that interception, and they're just going to walk in. We've dug ourselves a hole pretty quickly right here, but we got time to come back. Great catch. After the big catch, we're 3rd and 3 here at midfield. I'm running this RPO. Late throw. Barely get the first. First down shot to the end zone wasn't working for us. Our quarterback is already injured. We got the backup in there. Defense with a quick sack on first down. Couldn't pick much up on second. We're getting underneath on third. 4th and inches. We're going for it. We got to be able to pick up a yard. Tight end's wide open. Worked our way all the way up to the end zone at the end of that first quarter. RPO. We're in there. After the touchdown, Baylor refusing to be stopped right here. They're just going to walk up the field. Another one. Fighting an uphill battle. We got the defense spread out right here. Man open in the middle of the field. Missed him though. Picked up a first down. Trying to stretch out this defense. I'm sending it upfield. See if my man can make a play. Big catch. After that big sack on first down, 3rd and long right here. We're going to hold him short. Still early in this game. Got an opportunity to take the lead. My man beats the corner. Oh, he's good. Hoo-wee. Keep attacking this secondary. Man wide open. RPO worked for us last time on the goal line. I'm throwing it again. Baylor wants this lead at halftime. They just walked up the field. Long kick just before the half is way short. Our starting quarterback went down in the first quarter with an injury. Hasn't come back. But we have a solid backup ready to play for us. And I'm actually going for it right here. 4th down. We're picking that up. We just got up the field with those underneath routes. Feeding our back right here. Big gain. After we got that solid game by our running back, we lost our 2nd star player of the game. We just outrun them. And this is the best our team has played in this rebuild, but we got to take... I thought that field goal was a gimme. Had no idea it was going to be short. And I feel like I didn't do that bad on the power side of that kick either. We've been having a tough time stopping Baylor this entire game. Man, can't keep up with these guys. 2nd and 9 right here. Switching to man coverage, see if we can get the stop. Quarterback scrambling. Stopped him on 3rd down in field goal range. Baylor's going for it. And they pick it up easy. See if we can stop him on 3rd down again. They'll probably kick the field goal this time, but quarterback is just dancing around 1 yard line. Here comes Baylor. The first field goal missed, sure. Like it was outside of the man's range. But the second one, we just threw the game. Incomplete on 1st and 2nd down. We have to make a play right here. Cornerback was in the perfect position. If we can't stop this offense, this game is over. If we can force the field goal right here, it's still only a 2-possession game, but it's over now. We played great in that first half against Baylor, but we couldn't afford to make one mistake, and we made multiple. Free win in week 2. In week 3, we've moved into first place for every single target on our board. And looking at our matchup, if we lose this game in sim, we deserve the loss. Scheduled another visit here in week 4, as well as I'm dropping off this quarterback since he has the playing style deal breaker, and I'm not doing it. We have a visit scheduled here in week 4 against the Warhawks, but what I'm seeing is that we're the heavy favorites against all of our conference matchups, and if we can win the championship this season, we're going to move up to the Big 12. It looks like we're actually going to out-recruit Texas for our 4-star cornerback. And this week 5 matchup against Miami is probably one that I should hop in, but I'm going to let our guys handle it in sim because I'm going to step in week 6. We got that win in week 5 bringing us to 4-1. I'm looking at our players at risk right now, and there is 5 or 6 guys that I do not want to lose in this offseason. With the Orange being one of our toughest matchups this season, we're playing this one. We got the blacked out uniforms for this nighttime game. The Orange get the ball first, and they just went 3 and out. 27 seconds into this game, we get the ball, running right up the middle with it. Picked up the first down. We're in a great spot to start this game. Hit this screen by the halfback, and he makes the move. Accidental pump fake on first down. 2nd and 22. I want to get upfield with it. I'm hitting my receiver. Touchdown! The silly thing is, if I would have thrown to the receiver that got the touchdown, we wouldn't have got the touchdown. Incomplete on 2nd down. Syracuse is running the risk of going 3 and out a second time. Quarterback runs for it. After sending Syracuse 3 and out, we're at risk of doing the same thing. We're open over the middle. Great catch. We got that big game, but we're at 3rd and long again. I think I'm in field goal range, but I'm not so confident. We're getting a touchdown. 6 rushers on this first play. I'm trying to get some pressure on this backfield, and they're feeling it. Our defense is playing outstanding in this game. 3rd and 8 for Syracuse on their 4th drive. We get an interception. Can he take it all the way? Whew. 4 receivers on this left side. Tight end gets open. Gives my man the football. Big gain. Maybe I overestimated Syracuse's play, but we are dominating this game. Couldn't get in with the fullback on 1st and 2nd down. Feeding the back this time. Still short. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. We got the run stuff. I'm going to try and play action. Damn. We didn't get that touchdown, but the Orange are in a tough spot. They can't get out of their end zone. 2-minute warning. Clock is rolling. Over the middle. Big catch. On top of the world after a 31-0 shutout victory over one of our biggest opponents this season. And we signed the only target we were pursuing against other schools. We're probably going to lose this quarterback in the offseason because we have a star player at that position, but our championship contender grade is on its way up, and we might be able to save those 2 guys if we continue to win. Week 7, our matchup is against 0-5 Coastal Carolina, and we're already on top of our conference. Recruiting, we scheduled a couple of visits for week 10, and all those guys that came in on week 6, we're getting real close to signing. I noticed our star running back wasn't in our last game, so I checked the injury report, and he's only got 1 more week and he's coming back. Week 8 against the Raging Cajuns, we're the heavy favorites in this one. At 7-1 in week 9, we're well on our way in this rebuild. This week's against Arkansas State, and they look like a solid team, but I think we should still win in sim. I'm playing in week 10. I can't add a bunch of bumps to our team, so I used most of our hours for scouting this week, and I added in this strong safety. We're going to sign this middle linebacker regardless in this week, but when it comes to these week 10 visits, if we can win this game, we might lock these players up. We lost our big matchup against Baylor this season, but I'm yet to hear the fat lady singing against Clemson. Huge return on the opening kickoff in the biggest game of our season. Our ball first. RPO gets a huge gain as well. Toughest matchup of our season right here. I'm hitting this screen underneath, and he's open too. Can't get past everybody. As a Sun Belt school, we're unranked 8-1, but if we get a win here, we're definitely getting in the top 25. We couldn't get a receiver open on 3rd. We went for it on 4th, and we lost it. I felt the pressure on 3rd down and then rushed it on 4th, and we just gave them the ball back. That's a sack. And we may have given them the ball back, but they're still in a tough position. Solid defense right here. A safety, fumble, safety. Testing this secondary, but I don't feel like I'm going to get too far downfield with it, so I'm going underneath. Pass-heavy offense should open it up for the running game. Feeding our back. Oh, yeah. Like a book. I don't think our crowd is bothering Clemson too much. At least it's not as much as their crowd would bother us. Big first down. Tigers are struggling to stop our offense. We're going to go out of this first quarter with a touchdown. And with Clemson pulling we're 99 overall. Here's a touchdown in 1 second, cheese. It's our ball to start the second quarter. Clemson looks like they're ready to stop the run. I'm testing this secondary. Late throw. He just absolutely fooled me. I thought he was blitzing. Might as well have just called a handoff to the defense with that last play. Shouldn't have lobbed that pass. Down but not out. I'm still running at this defense. We get a solid gain here. Attacking this left side of this field. I got a receiver open underneath that corner. After we get to their side of the field with that fancy play call, I want to just scramble with it, but I don't know if I got time. Big catch. Clemson's got 300-pounders running 4-second 40s. God damn! That fat lady may be starting a hymn right about now, but we got to stop there. They lost 3 yards on first down, incomplete on second. 3rd and 13. We can get the ball back right here with some solid defense. Interception. That's our handoff to the end zone, baby. Woo! See if we can get some pressure on this backfield right here. We land a sack. Big sack got us the football back, but we're 3rd and 9 right here. I got a receiver downfield. It's a good thing we're playing at our field right now because that hot route special got us in the end zone. Going for 2 because we got 22 points. Man open. Oh, I couldn't have asked for a better day from our defense. 2nd and 10, Clemson football to start this. I just got pancaked. Up to midfield, the Tigers come out swinging. We're trying to get some pressure on them. I missed the receiver. Tigers came out swinging in this second half. They just walked up the field. They're about to get in the end zone. They've been killing our man coverage this whole drive. They just got an extra first down and then just absolutely poop on us. But with the 2-point lead, we got them going for 2 now. 1 stop. We still got the lead. No. We need to match their energy with this drive right here. Put some points right back on the board. We get a man open underneath, and he's all the way upfield. They're too fast. Lost 1 on the first down run, though. Halfback gets space, and he is quick. First down. Expecting a zone defense here. I'm going to try and attack downfield. I got that tight end, a little bit of space. Big catch. 1st and goal. I'm feeding our halfback. Big hole. Got our lead back before we go into this 4th quarter. We need 1 stop on defense, but damn. With so much open field, I'm trying to play man coverage, but we can't contain these guys. I'm switching over to cover 4 on these open field situations because Clemson's just outrunning us. But now they're going to start burning underneath. Opportunity to get the football back right here. I'm watching the sneak, and he did it, but he gets it. 3rd and long, a minute left in this 3rd quarter. I'm trying to get this ball back outside of field goal range, and they get way more than a first. A defensive match in this first half. This has turned into a shootout here in the second. Touchdown, Clemson. Start of the 4th quarter, our football. 2nd and 10, trying to get up to midfield here. We got a little bit of speed on the outside. Keep pressure up on the secondary. I got a receiver open with the curl route. 3rd and 2, defense on their heels. Dangerous throw, but we complete it anyway. We've got the clock rolling, and we're in a good opportunity to get some points on the scoreboard. Great catch. Defense looking for a pass. We're running right up the middle. Touchdown. 3rd and 6 at midfield. They might go for it if they don't complete this. They're all the way upfield. We got... What are we doing? After the broken play gets the Tigers all the way downfield, expecting the run, we stop them. Hard flats, 3rd and goal, 4-yard line. Watch in the middle. Sack. Hard flats worked for us. 4th and goal. We're playing that drop zone. He's got too much time. Damn. We got ourselves into this shootout. There's a ton of time left on the clock. I'm tacking with these tight ends. Got to keep these defenders on their heels. I get my tight end space. Safety makes a play. Bad throw. My tight end had space on that play. He just threw it over his head right to the other team. RPO goes nowhere for him. I'm not sending a blitz here. You got to respect this Tigers offense. Cover 3 for us. They're sending it in the end zone. We got to make a play on that. Let's go. A chance to keep us out of overtime right here. I got a man downfield. Big catch. Timeout. 36 seconds left and a timeout. 42-yard line. I'm running this screen. We just need to get in field goal range, and we got it. 3rd and inches. They're not even watching my receiver on the outside. Touchdown. Last chance for Clemson right here. 2 seconds left on the clock. You know they're throwing it in the end zone. We stop it. We've won. It may have gone differently if we played at Clemson in that game, but we just pulled out that victory against one of the top schools in the country. Week 11 against the 1-7 Jags, and we're 5-0 in conference play. We still didn't get ranked after that victory. As expected, we're 10-1 after that game against South Alabama, and one of our players that wanted to transfer came off of this transfer board. And if you look over to my right, we're 17th in the country, or at least we should be. We're 10-1 and we got a bye in week 12. I think we're going to sign every single player that we had on our board at the start of the season. Finally get ranked in week 13, and we're 6-0 in conference play with our last conference matchup this season. At this point in our season, our depth chart is getting pretty filled up, and I don't see any more reason to add any players. The only one we're going to be in competition for is this wide receiver. Finished out the year with an 11-game win streak. The only game we lost was against Baylor in week 1, and we saved our star cornerback. 4-star running back out of California incoming for the Bulldogs. First time we make the Sun Belt Championship, and for a change of pace, we're going to be the favorites in this one. At home in the championship game as the favorites, it's time to see if these red uniforms truly are cursed. We didn't fumble. First play of the game, we're testing out this secondary. Let's see if they can keep up. Huge gain to start this game. We throw an interception on a late throw, and this man is waltzing up the field moving 2 miles an hour, and we can't catch him. I don't believe in curses. We're feeding our back on this play. He's upfield with it. RPO here, 2nd and goal. We didn't get nothing on first down, but we get a touchdown here. Holding, of course. Maybe these uniforms truly are cursed. We need to get a touchdown. And if I lose this game, we're never wearing these jerseys again. We're going for it on the goal line. Right up the middle, we don't get it. With our passing option on that RPO not getting open, my hands were tied. We got to stop them. Georgia Southern wanting a championship. We might have underestimated these guys. We got to step up. After starting this game with momentum, we've given all of it to Georgia Southern. We got to get a stop here. We got them 3rd down. They got all day, but we get the sack. After losing momentum to start this game, terrible throw because the man is under pressure. We can't keep up, and they're going to... Jesus! And it looks like our quarterback is sitting on the bench for the rest of this one. Our defense hasn't even given up 50 yards, and these dudes are in this game. Clock ticking here, 1st down, 2nd quarter here. Quarterback's trying to scramble, he can't get away. After that game against Clemson, I could tell that our defense is championship worthy. We just got to quit making mistakes. We need a pick. Oh, why would he fall off him? I don't care how this game turns out. Our quarterback is not coming back on the field for this one. We're scrambling with the junior. And honestly, if he transfers out, good on him because he's the older guy. He needs to get on the field. Manageable third down right here. I'm sending it all the way into the end zone. Blitz-happy defense has the offense 3rd and 16 on their own 7-yard line. Why is he being guarded by a defensive end? I'm never wearing these red uniforms again, even if we win. Maybe it's just something in the game where it's like they want to look flashy. 3rd and 23, I have no option other than to send everybody upfield. We caught that. Georgia Southern is playing us well here. We got to get in this end zone. Big run. Been in a bad spot this whole game. Maybe they just want to give the fans a show in the second half, and we're going to come back. Pressure on these safeties. They're playing well downfield, but they leave the middle open. Minute left in this first half. I'm running this screen. Last time we threw an interception. This time we're getting in the end zone. We got to make the adjustment here in the second. We got pressure on that quarterback. I don't know why my outside linebacker position has a defensive end at it, but we stop them after getting us back in the game. We're building a highlight tape for our backup quarterback here, and he's getting us up the field. Maybe it isn't the uniform, and maybe it's just the fact our offense is getting stale. I got a man upfield, touchdown Moss. We got to step up here in this game. We're trying to move to the Big 12. We can't be playing like this in our championship game. Giving up so many yards now. Getting close to the goal line. I'm switching over to zone defense. Trying to get an interception or something, but this quarterback's just diming us up. Touchdown. And another shootout. Last time as the underdog, this time as the favorite. We got to get something going for us. Hot route special. 3rd and 6. Pressure immediately. Defense been in a tough spot this entire game. We got to make a stand right here. I'd like to send the offense 3 and out here. They feed the back up the middle. Huge gain. I expected them to try and pass the ball. They snuck the run on me. We get the sack on the next play. And we injured their quarterback. They've got the backup in there. Maybe that can make the difference for us. Interception. Oh, yeah, he's got speed. He's quicker than the... Oh, receiver there, though. After a rare delay of game call, we're attacking. After finally scouting our opponent late in the 3rd quarter, we're going to take the lead with the field goal. I didn't expect this game to be such a shootout. They've got their quarterback back in the game on this next drive. Start of this 4th quarter, they've got their quarterback back in the game after that big error, but he's about to make one too. After picking up multiple first downs, they're potentially in field goal range right here.
A few moments
later, they get sacked. Here in the 2-minute warning, we need 1 first down, and this championship is ours. But we're not going to get it here. And for all the marbles, 4th and 2. Wide open. And while that was a competitive game, we're moving up to the Big 12 after. We're now the champions of the Sun Belt. Our team is going to be even better next year. It's time we move to the Big 12. And the moment we've been waiting for, will we make the playoffs at 12-1? Seeing as we've made the Boca Raton Bowl, we didn't make the playoffs. Taking a look at the playoff bracket, we were snubbed for Jacksonville State, and they went 13-0. They deserve that spot. I'm not going to say we took a hit on signing day, but we don't have any player over an impact signed so far. But by the numbers, if you take a look at our matchup with Middle Tennessee, we're the clear favorites. As expected, we've won our bowl game. We finished the season ranked 17th. The only player I'm worried about in the transfer portal is going to be this receiver, and we're going to have to replace him. And Texas did not pull off the three-peat. Duke was the national champion. Statistically, our quarterback had a good season. We almost had 2,000 yards with all of our runners combined. And then we had a 1,000-yard receiver in our guy that wants to transfer out. We're losing some guys in this transfer portal, but the one that hurts most is this elite freshman at 82 overall. Our guy Bob Saleko that could not make a tackle his freshman season made it to the NFL. We didn't get a single player that we wanted in the transfer portal, but I kind of went over my head. And out of the 16 guys that we signed in this offseason, every single one's an impact or normal. Before training results, we already look ready to take the field. After the training results, we got some players that are going to the NFL this year, and then we have some up-and-comers. Our quarterback is an 89 as a junior. Our running back is an 89 as a sophomore. We got a 90 overall receiver. Our offensive line looks as good as it ever has been. On defense, our defensive line looks pretty solid. Our linebackers look solid. I'm going to start the freshman at middle linebacker this season with our 3-4. Our defensive backs look good too. It's time to move up to the Big 12, and with UCF being one of the worst teams in the Big 12, they're going to take our spot in the Sun Belt. The new Big 12 has got a lot better competition than we did in the Sun Belt. It looks like Baylor is going to be our true matchup for this conference. We're going to go into this new season with only 4 players that want to transfer, and that's an all-time low for us. First things first, look at how many players in the 4 stars that have us as first on their board. Without even being given a choice, there are so many players with us first on their board that we already have 13 targets. We had just enough hours to give everyone who had offers from other schools hours. Taking a look at our Big 12 schedule, we actually got a couple of gimmies on our non-conference games. I'm going to play all of the best teams in the Big 12. But in week 1, we're already in our first Big 12 matchup, and this is the first game of the season. I want to come out strong. Close out this stalemate of a first quarter with the screenplay. They get nowhere. West Virginia came to play. We're struggling to get them off the field. I'm just going to start blitzing. Mountaineers made it all the way up to the 38-yard line. I'm going to play some man right here, see if we can get the stop on 3rd and long. Second time we've been down inside of our own 10-yard line. Terrible throw. I just forced it. That's a pick 6. Receivers can't hear me to change a play right here. I'm getting underneath to my star receiver. We don't pick much up though. I'm going for it, 4th and 3. I'm scrambling for that first. Time winding down in this first half. It's been all defense so far, but we're going to get rolling now. We have not had any luck getting upfield so far. This defense is playing solid. Risky throw. What a catch. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. I'm going to try and toss this in. Solid defense. We're running it in. 3rd and long. We haven't been getting stops in coverage so far. Still not going to. It seems like no matter the play call, they're always get a man open on 3rd down. I'm sending extra pressure right here. We stop them. 3rd and 15. Be lucky to pick this one up. I get a tight end in space though. 2nd and long. Defense expecting a pass play. See if we can sneak them with the run. We get a first. Worth it. On their side of the field, we're testing out this secondary. I got Circle ahead of him, but he throws it out of bounds, dude. Touchdown! Referees thought it was a close one too. They had to review that play call, but they upheld the decision to give us the touchdown. We get the ball to start this second half, and we pick up this 3rd and long right here and more. First half was more of a feeling out process than we wanted, but the good news is we're moving the ball now, feeding our back right up the middle. Solid game. Mountaineers on their heels. I'd like to toss this one, attacking that safe. Oh, bad throw. Needed that pass to be in front of the receiver, not behind him. We're still in a decent spot, and that was a special kind of catch. 3rd and 4. I'm going to play cover 3 zones. They got a man wide open. 2 defenders just watching him. With that receiver being wide open on that last 3rd down attempt, I switch over to man coverage here, see if we can stick to him a little better, but not at all. After a solid drive, we got a chance to keep them outside of field goal range again, and we get a sack. I'd like to have a 2-possession lead going into the 4th quarter. They double the receiver on the outside, leave a man open. With only 1 first down picked up on this drive. pump fake. I didn't mean to pump fake, dude. Oh my God. Had a man wide open picking up the first down, and I freaking pump faked the ball. Touchdown Mountaineers. After a major mistake on my part, we might as well have just handed them the keys. Gave the Mountaineers all the momentum on accident. They're about to take the lead. 2nd and goal, trying to play tough right up this middle right here. Quarterback scrambles in. I'm ready to blame this loss on a pump fake already. I'm scrambling with this one. We get way more than I expected too. Made it up the field, RPO here. Receiver gets left open. Solid game. Couldn't pick up the first on 3rd down. Going for it on 4th. Get up to the 12. Screenplay to our running back. He gets left open. And he's fast enough to get in the end zone. The game is not over yet. If we can get this football back without giving up any points. We've got Storm Peoples on the field, so you'd think we could make a play. He sent it all the way downfield, and he's gone. Put a 12 gauge to my foot and pulled the trigger with that pump fake. In this case, we're going to forget instead of forgive for this one. Looking at the headlines for this game, it says that our star running back went to TCU, and hopefully we can show the young man why he should have stayed with us. In week 2, we have 3 visits scheduled in week 5. We took down the Horned Frogs in week 2. Our next matchup is against the rival Warhawks, and this should be an easy win. After playing these guys every season at the start of this rebuild, I didn't even schedule these guys. We got back-to-back rivalry matchups. We're also getting close on some of these players. We're in the lead for most of them, and I've got the hard sells on all of them. After losing in week 1, we won the last 3 games, but now our backup running back wants to transfer. The only player I'm concerned about losing on our recruiting board is this outside linebacker. Hopefully Michigan loses in that week 6 matchup. We have visits coming in this week 5 matchup, but I'd say that we're the heavy favorites. I thought that week 5 matchup was a gimme, but we lost. We're still in the lead though. For some reason, there's never enough strong safeties, and it's always a tough spot to recruit. I don't know if we're going to win this guy, but we do get our visit in before Miami. Matchup against Houston in week 6, I'd say that we should win this game in sim, but we just lost to East Carolina. And in week 7, we've signed 3 4-stars, but we lost out on this gem 4-star outside linebacker. Week 7, we have a matchup with Kansas, and these guys weren't exactly great, but they might be on their way out of the Big 12. Big week for us in week 7. We just brought in 3 more 4-stars, but we did lose out on that strong safety to Miami. Week 8, we actually have a pretty big matchup against Texas Tech, but we have an even bigger matchup in week 9. Bulldogs showed out against Texas Tech anyway, and we improved to 6-2. We're in a recruiting battle for this 4-star gem offensive tackle with Michigan, and we're actually on top. Baylor is the best team in our conference, and this is the biggest match of our season. Neutral site for this ball game. We made it to the AT&T Stadium in Texas. As we saw in week 1, this is a solid matchup for us. They did have the home field advantage the first time though. Chance to get the football back early in this drive. They only picked up 1 first down. They're trying to get open underneath. We're playing a solid zone defense. Interception. I feel like when the play breaks down, I generally make a mistake, but we got the pick on that one. We're moving up the field. Test for the secondary on this play. Our tight end burns to the corner. He's in the end zone. After the touchdown, West Virginia's made their way up the field. They're feeding the back on this play. First down, but they stagnated after the first down. 3-man rush here. We stop them. Left hash from the 14-yard line. West Virginia's about to get on the scoreboard. 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. We're attacking underneath and getting open. Our quarterback is not on his game. And last play of this first quarter, we're going to feed our running back, see if we can pick anything up to go into the second quarter. We get that first down again. After throwing that pump fake and throwing the game away in that last one, I think I learned my lesson. 3rd and long, just outside of field goal range. They got pressure in, but I got a man open, can't complete it. After a big catch on 3rd down and a solid run from the back, they're in scoring position, but we can still hold them out of this end zone. RPO goes nowhere. With the short field, I feel like zone defense is the way to go. We got to play well underneath. Stop them. And the Mountaineers were going to go for it, but when I called a timeout, they switched over to a field goal. And they're taking the 3. Clock ticking right here, going into halftime. Receiver gets blocked. Man open, but we can't make that throw. And for a 90 rated quarterback with a 90 medium accuracy and short accuracy, we should be able to complete those. I like the fact that he can scramble, but if that's our only option, it's not a good look. This screen, I've never been so open. Touchdown. Their defense is applying pressure to us. Let's see if we can do the same to them on this read option that gets way downfield. He's in the end zone. After not a single one of our players reading that option, they're going for 2. We stop it. We can take a lead with the field goal, but we're going to have to go for 2 with a touchdown. Midway through this third quarter, we're going to have to get off of this passing. He's open now. What the fuck? 3 high safety look, 3rd and long. Over the middle. Big catch. Great throw. Incompletion after incompletion. Feed the running back for once. Pancake on the line. The solid run made 3rd down manageable. We got to get a quick throw here. Hits the lineman with it at midfield. I'm going for it again. Great defense. We drop it. To be honest, I don't feel like we even deserve to be in this game anyways, but we need to step up our play. Bunched up receivers just off the line of scrimmage. They feed the back though. We stop it. Maybe we should have punted the ball because we had to give it right back to West Virginia. But we can send them 3 and out and get another opportunity. They run the screenplay. We got to stop this man. Our quarterback isn't injured, but he's hurting, and he hasn't been playing great anyway, so we got the backup senior in there. We've also got the 3rd string running back in the game because our other guys are hurt, but he's making a play for us. Time to show some resilience. Down by 1 here in this 4th quarter. Receiver gets wide open. Mountaineers with the 4 high safety look. They sent a blitz unexpectedly. 15-yard line. We can still pick up another 1st down. Tight end gets a little space. 1st down run got stuffed in the backfield. RPO on 2nd down. We got a touchdown. While getting ready to go for 2, we got a false start. This one's from the 8-yard line. Receiver in the back of the end zone. And I thought we were about to convert that, but it's a little too far in the back of the end zone. Running back gets through the entire blitz. Man coverage at midfield. They're in field goal range, but they need a touchdown to win. The stakes have never been higher for a matchup as the winner of this one gets into the playoffs. After almost forking the ball over on an interception, they missed a field goal anyways. We got our 3rd string getting yards today. Playing with the lead, this game is almost over. We just need to kill the clock and get a field goal maybe. West Virginia has already used the timeout. I'm going to try and burn another one with this run. And 3rd and 6, I think we can convert this one. Man open, got to make an extra yard or 2. Can't get it. With the 5-point lead, I'm not comfortable handing the ball over. We can't convert that because our receivers ran into each other. Way too much time to give the ball back. They're at midfield. We should have punted, I guess. 3rd and 4 at midfield. I'm sending the blitz on this play. We need to get pressure on this backfield. Breaks the tackle. Start of this 2-minute warning. We have the lead, but we're still not in the greatest spot. They could score at any given moment. We need to make a play on defense. He's scrambling. 5-man rush. I'm dropping back in this zone, but I can't play the outside. Zone coverage is not working for us. Man coverage isn't working for us. But down on the goal line, zone coverage is our best bet. We can't give up any more yards. Touchdown. Game on the line with this drive. All we need is a field goal to win it. I'm expecting them to play us downfield, so I'm hitting them underneath. And we need to get a player downfield with an opportunity. Maybe the pump fake game wasn't a fluke, as the Mountaineers are your Big 12 champions. But life's not all about winning, and the close games are always more fun. And with that loss, we have secured our spot in the Alamo Bowl. Clemson came back from the depths with that Tier 5 pipeline, and they are most likely going to steal this middle linebacker from us. After removing ourselves from the college football playoffs, they gave us a gimme in the bowl game. And whoop-de-doo, we won the Alamo Bowl. We unlocked the strategist coach archetype, and I might be going into there as well as the architect. After beating us in the Big 12 championship, West Virginia took an early defeat in the first round by Duke, and they went on to win it all. And as a matter of fact, the Blue Devils are back-to-back champs. I can't complain about this transfer portal as we got our star running back to come back for his junior season, and we got 3 other freshmen to stay, and we also got 2 players drafted this season, increasing our pro potential. On National Signing Day, we didn't just pull 1 elite player. We didn't even just pull 2 elite players. We pulled 3 elite players in this offseason. Before these training results, we already have 3 players in the 90s, but we're going to need a big boost on our defense. After 1 season with the 3-4 defense, I'm switching over to this multiple defense playbook. At first glance, I don't see any huge jumps on the top of our lineup, but I do see that this transferred in guy came in as a 91 and he's pro potential for us. Our star quarterback looks like he's reached his potential, but at the backup spot, I've moved over a wide receiver without even realizing he was an elite dev trait, and my second thought is, I wish I would have known he was an elite player before I moved him over to quarterback. We may have just ruined his future, but he'd be a great option quarterback. We're going to have 2 good runners for 1 season only. We're going to have to transfer in some guys next year. Our receivers look pretty solid for this coming year. I'm still in hindsight about that quarterback. Tight ends don't look very special, but this transfer looks like he can make a play for us. And our offensive line looks incredible for the first time, especially with this transferred in guard. Defensive line got a solid boost in the offseason. And maybe where we needed it most, our linebackers got a big boost, especially Storm Peoples with the +8. Struggling at the defensive back spot, I might just start the freshman. Now that we can make changes to our conferences, I want to take out some of these weak teams like Arizona. And I actually made some huge conference changes based off of team overalls. I made the ACC a little bit weaker. I made the Big Ten stronger by removing some of the weakest teams, and I also added in Pittsburgh. I made the Big 12 stronger by bringing in Boise State, California, Stanford, Syracuse, Wisconsin, and Tulane. Quick glance over at these smaller conferences. I just wanted to make everybody's season more competitive. And with the changes I've made, the conferences like the SEC may come out with 3 or 4 teams in the playoffs every season. The only change we made to the Sun Belt since the UCF edition was we added in Missouri because they can't hang in the SEC anymore. Going into this season, this might be our year, and we've brought our team prestige all the way up to 3 stars. We should be able to assign some 5 stars. Preseason scouting, I've added 3 5 stars and 3 4 stars to our board. Our conference games are going to be a little tougher this season, and we're just playing the schedule that's given to us. These 3 5 stars on our board look like generational talent, especially this quarterback. And in week 1, we get kicked off of these 2 5 stars recruiting board. We still have a chance at a different 5-star receiver, but we were not so lucky at that quarterback spot. Season opener against Baylor. If we can get this win, it'll be a big momentum boost. They have the best rated team in the Big 12, but we are not far behind. The team to beat in the Big 12. Last time we played these guys, I would have lost that game if I had continued on. Let's be honest. With our star running back going to the NFL next season, I want him to have a great year. Feed him again on 2nd down. He's picking up the first and more. Open field. What a play by E. Touchdown. With the quick score, we might be a 1st and 2nd down running team. Baylor's got 4 receivers on the right side for this 3rd down. They're going to beat us. With all those bunched up receivers, I wanted to play man coverage, but we just can't keep up. Cover 3 here, 3rd and 6. Try and keep the lead with the stop here, but he's wide open. Next drive, we're sticking with it on the run. This time it's a RPO. I'm feeding the back because I see open field. I'm so confident in my guys that I'm feeding it right up the middle here, 4th and 2. Hopefully playing bully ball will open up our passing game. We're running again, solid game. Brought in our speedster quarterback for an option play. He gets blown up, but we get the first off of it. Baylor's struggling to stop the running game. We're going to keep forcing it down their throat, and we get another 1st down. The Bears finally stopped our run on 1st down. And this may be a surprise here, but we're feeding him again. First down. Power football to open up this game. We have 145 rushing yards in the first quarter. I don't want to kill our running back. We're going to run an RPO on this one, but I'm still feeding him anyways. And after marching all the way up the field, we're going for a pass on fourth down. Late throw, but he's open. Feeding the back. I decided after we broke that big run off that we're going for records. And we took the lead with that long drive. It was a time-consuming one as well, but dang with Baylor's running back. And they want to get the power run right back at us, but we're going to get a pick when they try to throw it, and that's our freshman right there. Dang, he's quick. Tired out our offensive lineman with that long rushing drive, but our running back is still doing fine. 3rd and 5. We're in a passing situation here, so I'm going to try and get one rolling. We're going to feed that back, though. Breaking tackles. Tight end in motion, trying to get an extra blocker on this play. I'm going to run to this right side, and we're going to get a huge hole. I make the same mistake every single time, and I pass the ball every single play. Approaching 200 yards with our running back in this first half. They're watching him now. And I think we're going to give him a break for the rest of this half so that he can come out in the second one. Broken tackle by the tight end. Our second string back came back for his senior year, so we're going to feed him once, but he doesn't get anywhere. We got Baylor to burn a timeout. 3rd and goal right here. Don't want to give the other team the football. Can we get him open? Oh! And after a long drive, we're just taking the 3 points. First down, they got up to midfield. We got to lock them down with a minute remaining in this first half. Interception. That could be the game right there. Second string in the backfield. I'm not too confident in this quarterback on a long throw, but he is so fast. Holy. Time we ran an option play, we didn't get anywhere. I brought an extra blocker on this one, and he's getting blown up again, but the halfback gets to the end zone. And with what's become a blowout victory, I've adjusted my game plan for the future. We are running the ball to start the game. We're going to force it down the other team's throat until we take the lead. If we can get a touchdown on this drive, I think we're going to push it out of reach for the other team. With the adjustment by the defense, I don't know if we're going to be able to hit that rushing record in this game, but we're sure still trying. Silence the crowd at this point. 4th and inches, we're going for it. Big catch over the middle. The Bears shut down our run on this drive. I'm going to run this screenplay here on the goal line, and we're getting in with that. With the 4th quarter finishing in simulation, final score 37-20 us. Week 2, our matchup is against the newly found Big 12 team at Syracuse. I think we should be able to take them down in sim. But with that said, you can't chalk anybody off as just a win, and we got the loss in Week 2. Week 3, we might have our first signing because this player has a visit. A game like this would be the time to set the rushing record, but I'm not going to cheese it. And going from his top 3 to a commit after a visit, we signed our first 4-star. Week 4 matchup in Troy, there's no way we should be losing this game at home. With that win, we moved up to 3-1, we're 15th in the nation. No contest in Week 5. We ended up signing the 4-star player that we broke his deal on, and then we signed this 4-star gem in the next week. We're also in first place for every single player on this board, including the 5-stars. Coming into Week 6, 4-1, we have a tough Big 12 matchup against the Texas Tech Red Raiders. We came out against Baylor and had a day on the ground. I'm going to try and come at these guys the same way. But these Red Raiders look ready for it. We're going to pass the ball here. On 3rd down, I pressed the wrong freaking button. Tried to throw to the halfback, but after the mental error, it's still early in this game, and we just held them to a field goal. After failing to convert on 3rd down, Texas Tech has the ball and the momentum. They've moved up to our side of the field. They're already in field goal range. Touchdown. And if we can't turn this one around, it might already be in the books. 3rd and 1, we have another opportunity to stop this drive. They run the screenplay. I'm there. Can't make the tackle, and he's got the first. After a rough start to this game, hopefully we can build momentum right here, keeping them to a field goal attempt in the red zone. And the Red Raiders are playing a perfect game so far. We can't do anything. Putrid first half from this Louisiana Tech team. We're throwing it down the field. Bad throw again. That's game. And down 27-0 in the first half, our team finished out 40-14 at Sim. With that loss right there, we beat Baylor early in the season, but these guys just proved to me that this isn't our year. But since it was an away game, that one didn't hurt us too much on our recruiting, and we still got a chance to get these guys. Week 7 against the Kansas State Wildcats, this could be a good matchup, but after that last loss, I'm just a little deflated. We took the L against Kansas State, and they moved up to 8th in the nation, and we went down to 25, but we're still ranked with 3 losses. This week's matchup's against the Golden Bears. We're at home for this one, and we have visits coming in. This might be the last time I play with this iteration of our team. I'm hopping in. Seeing as the Golden Bears are 6-1, yet they're unranked, we've made a name for ourselves. We're scrambling on the opening play right here. That last game against Texas Tech, I could not run the football, but we got to get back into it. And being at home, I can make any hot route I want. I'm getting receivers wide open. What a move by Homer. With our 4-3 record, we have some visits coming in this week, making this a must-win game. Touchdown. I noticed we had a defensive lineman missing in that game against Texas Tech, and he is still out. He must be dealing with a serious injury. After we put some points on the board quickly, the Golden Bears went 3 and out. We're chipping away underneath. 3rd and short. We just got to get a completion, but nobody was there. Our quarterback's quick enough to get downfield on the scramble. And if the Golden Bears can't stop us, we're going to end this game quickly. What a play by the halfback. Power run to the left right here on the goal line. We get to the outside. Down by 2 touchdowns to start this game. Golden Bears have to get a touchdown on this drive. They're moving the ball now. See if we can get some pressure here. 2nd and short. Sack. Just what our defense needed. We're in a spot where we can stop this 3rd down. He's all the way downfield. We got to make a play. Interception. Boys. We haven't been attacking this defense downfield. It's about time we do. Good throw. Tough to come back in this second half. Play action right here. I'm watching the middle. Right at me. Storm Peoples. Quick enough to get, oh, not quick enough for the receiver. After the interception, 2nd and long, the Golden Bears look like they've given up. Halfback gets left, and he's making a play. And if there was one player that I don't think would bust in the NFL, it's this guy. After the Red Raiders annihilated us, we came back and did the same to California. And with that Week 9 victory, we're up to 8 4-star players signed. Week 9 against TCU, and with our 3 losses, I've already given up on our playoff run. We already have an elite middle linebacker, and we just brought in another one. But we couldn't take home the victory against TCU, and our championship contender grade just took a big hit. I don't need a ton of guys signed this offseason, so I'm not adding any more players. And after we missed out on the generational quarterback, we may have found one in a 2-star prospect. Week 10, another solid conference matchup. A swift victory has our championship contender jumping all over the place. Bye in Week 11. In Week 12, Delaware has benefited tremendously from the conference realignment, but they're still about to take a loss. With 11 players signed, we had a successful recruiting season, but I don't think we're going to sign these last 2 4 or 5 stars. Our quarterback Okuyemi started for us for 3 years, and he broke the career passing yards record for Louisiana Tech. With 4 conference losses, this game isn't going to matter much for us, but it could ruin Boise State's season. And they came, took us down, and dropped our championship contender grade. We have a risk of losing 4 more players. Biggest news of Week 14 is that we fell behind on this 5-star receiver. We're not going to sign him. But our season is over with a lackluster 7-5. I'm putting all the blame on that quarterback that just broke our career passing yards record. He can't make a throw under pressure to save his life. After 7 seasons as the Bulldogs head coach, we got the contract extension, and our best year was in 2030 when we won that Sun Belt championship. interesting conference championship games. Our conference is going to be Boise State and Kansas State, and then the SEC's Duke and Alabama, and then you got Penn State and USC in the Big Ten. And after starting the season ranked, we finish unranked. Our bowl game is a rematch against Delaware, and they don't stand a chance. I knew this class was going to be good, and we got an elite middle linebacker and a whole bunch of star development traits on these guys. Bowl game was a gimme, and there was a SEC showdown in the national championship with Georgia taking down Alabama. All these players leaving is going to hurt our team, but we have some young developing guys. Storm Peoples is a goner, and so is that elite wide receiver. And starting at this 5-star receiver on down, I didn't know who we were going to sign. We signed everybody except for this one quarterback. We don't have as many highly rated players, but we're about to get a big boost on training results, and we had 3 transfers come in. One of them this 90 overall receiver. We got an 85 overall quarterback that's going to be our starter, and we also got our starting running back. Our transfer quarterback went up to an 87, and he's going to have a great season for us. Transfer running back went up to an 86, and we had a freshman pass up a junior on the depth chart. And we have a ton of capable receivers. Offensive line looks like it needs one more year of development, but it's still pretty solid. And we don't really have a dominant defensive line. Maybe that's what we should target. Position I've had the most success at in this rebuild has been the linebackers, and we have starters and the backups. And our secondary got a much needed boost after that last season. I thought we might have been going into a slump after seeing that transfer portal, but this team looks better than last year's. I want our linebackers to continue to excel, and I just put our first points into the architect tree. Conference alignment, we brought in Florida State and Georgia Tech into our Big 12 conference, as well as Illinois. Syracuse and Tulane have been moved into the ACC, and Minnesota is swapped with Illinois in the MAC. We're going into our 8th season with the 89 overall rated team, 2.5-star program, and we are well on our way to a national championship. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you next time. Peace.